Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. Maybe I hate when I wear these glasses because there's always a glare. You can't really see my eyes. Anyways, I didn't feel like putting my contacts on, or in. Is it in or on? Anyways, I didn't feel like wearing my contacts. So listen to this. Garcelle Beauvais has decided to leave the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I am absolutely shocked. I don't know why, but I am. So, just a quick one, too. This is according to the Hollywood Reporter. Um, Garcelle Beauvais is leaving the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The star made the announcement herself in an Instagram video on Tuesday this morning before the finale airs for the 14th season of the Bravo series. In her video, she cited her family in acting and producing projects outside of the show as a reason for her exit, while also leaving the door open to return in some capacity down the line. Bravo has confirmed the news to The Hollywood Reporter. A source confirmed to THR that she is leaving on her own accord. Beauvais' exit announcement comes nearly a month after the currently airing 14th season wrapped filming. The cast filmed the reunion show on February the 28th. The reunion special begins to air next week. Beauvais comments about fan support are likely in reference to the support she's received when clashing with her. I'm going to play the video also. Clashing with her castmates, as well as in season 12 when her teenage son experienced hateful online backlash. In recent seasons, Beauvais has been focusing on her Hollywood producing aspirations, including teaming with the Lifetime as a star and producer on TV movies Black Girl Missing and Terry McMillan Presents Tempted by Love. Her past acting screen credits include Spider-Man, Homecoming, and Coming to America. Along with Beauvais, RHOBH season 14 stars, and then they named all the girls. All right, let's go ahead and listen to what Garcelle had to say about her exiting the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Hey guys, so I have some news. I've decided to leave Beverly Hills. It's been a wild ride. I mean, some amazing things have happened and some hard things have also happened, but it's been a ride nevertheless. One of the reasons why I'm leaving is my family, my boys. Their last year of high school is next year, and I want to be a part of that. And Jade is starting a new career, and I want to be a part of that too. And secondly, I have the most exciting projects that I am developing, producing, and acting in. I can't tell you anything right now, but you'll know soon. I just want to say thank you to Andy Cohen, to Bravo, NBC Universal, Evolution, 32 Flavors, the producers, the crew, and of course the ladies. Andy Cohen says I can come back anytime. The door will always be open, so you never know, I might pop back in sometime. To the fans, I want to say thank you so much. You guys have cheered me on, supported me, and sometimes even fought for me or on my behalf. It means a lot. And I hope you guys will continue on this journey with me. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. So see you later.
I don't know why that made me smile. It really, really did. I like Garcelle. Was Garcelle my girl? No. Did I go up for Garcelle? No. But Garcelle was the reason why I started watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like I've stated this numerous times. I've always stuck my head in and out of Beverly Hills, but I never would sit down and just watch full seasons of Beverly Hills. I knew who the ladies were though, but I didn't start watching. We're just gonna go ahead and just be a little transparent. Once they brought the black girl on, okay? Once they brought the black girl on, I said, let me see what's going on in Beverly Hills. So once Garcelle became a cast member, that's when I started to watch. I'm happy for Garcelle. I am a little shocked that she is leaving. I was not expecting her to leave. I was probably thinking one or two more seasons. I didn't think it was going to be one of those things where she would stay on for 10, 15, 17 seasons. No. I was thinking probably after next season, she was probably going to say, okay, I'm done. I think that Garcelle did what she needed to do. I think Garcelle came in. I think she hit the restart button on her career. I think that she got a little change. A little shang-a-lang-a-lang. You know, we call it a little shang-a-lang-a-lang over here. She got a little shang-a-lang-a-lang. She got a little change in her pocket. Built her a couple of homes. Started producing films and all that carrying on, right? And then she got a Chanel bag, her Hermes bag. Hello? She got her Hermes bag, and then she said, all right, deuces, I'm gone. Thank y'all. She used the platform, which you're supposed, you know, I will never, and I not to go off into a rant. I know there are some people out there who just want to, you know, girl, they do what they do. Girl, I don't even want to listen. I just will never understand people who have access to platforms like Bravo and you don't utilize that platform. It will never make sense to me. Like, it will always be it will always be like someone trying to convince me that 1 + 1 = 25. Like, it just does not make sense. So when I see people who, and I'll just keep it on Bravo, but when I see people, you know, have this many eyeballs on them and the opportunity to really kind of dibble and dab and live out their dreams and goals and aspirations that they probably had since they were little children, and they don't take advantage of the situation, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. You know, can we be messy for a little bit? Girl, Sutton, girl, you in danger, girl. Sutton, you in danger. When I tell you Big Didi the Dundada and EJ Global LLC and that kissing lesbian, baby, they're about to wear you out next season. And if y'all don't know who I'm talking about Dorit is the Big Didi Dundada. Girl, EJ Global LLC is Erica Jane, and that kissing lesbian is Kyle Richards. When I tell you, they about to whack Sutton. Girl, you ain't gonna have nobody. You better hope Jennifer Tilly come back and have your back a little bit. Because if not, baby, it is a wrap for you, mama. Girl, they about to wear you. Girl, you know what Erica said? When Erica was going through what she was going through, and she said that every girl gets their season on the merry-go-round. I'm paraphrasing, but she was basically saying every girl has her season, baby. With Garcelle gone, you ain't got no backup, baby. It is on and popping. They are about to wear Sutton Strack low, girl. They are about to swing that poor, small, skinny, rich white lady. They're about to swing her every which way but loose. You heard it here first. I'm glad that Garcelle was able to come into this show and not really lose herself. You know what I'm saying? I think she moved. I think Garcelle definitely had her messy moments. She definitely had her moments where I didn't agree with. But I think in the grand scheme of what we've seen, like on reality TV, I don't think she lost herself. You know what I'm saying? I think she was able to get out of the circus unscathed. She probably got out just in. I mean, I know she's had issues with her son and all that stuff, but you know, I think that there are going to be a group of people out there who just hate Garcelle and are going to look at this as, oh, she got fired. I don't think Garcelle got fired. I think she quit. I think there are a group of people out there who think that the housewife, and I when I say stuff like this, I don't say it to just sound mean and hateful, but in the grand scheme of celebrity, like nobody gives a damn about the housewives. There are like a handful of housewives who people might actually care about. You know what I'm saying? I think that we sometimes put more on the housewives. I think that we have the housewives thinking that they are the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's and the Nicki Minaj's and the Meryl Streeps and the Angela Bassett's, like the A-list of the A-list of the A-list, right? Girl, but like, girl, I think sometimes people put too much on the housewives. Girl, like you're like in real life for some of the girls, now some of the housewives, their lives are probably over, especially if they didn't take advantage of the platform. But girl, for some of these women, girl, your life is not over just because you quit a job or just because you get fired. Like your life is not over because you're no longer a housewife. And I feel like some people, they feel like the world is just wrapped. To me, I feel like the worst two groups of fans are housewife fans and Drag Race fans. Housewife fans feel like if you're no longer a housewife, like, girl, oh girl, she's not even a housewife anymore. Okay. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we like our girls. We want our girls to be on the show. And some of the girls do need to check. Like, we all need a check. But I think Garcelle is going to be okay. The fact of the matter is we've never heard of Garcelle having any money problems. Garcelle does not give me, she's one of those girls, hey, Dorit, Erica Jane, and the other girls who live beyond their mean. If we're going to be honest, we only heard about one person who was behind on their mortgage for months, and it was not now one of the black girls. It wasn't Bose. It wasn't Garcelle. It was your homegirl, Dorit, and PK. And then we got Erica over there living in somebody's back house. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, shout out to Garcelle. I wish her all the luck. She doesn't need it. Garcelle will definitely be okay. I wouldn't mind Garcelle popping in probably like season 14? I wouldn't mind Garcelle popping in like as a friend of, just like a little friend. She doesn't have to come back as a full-time housewife, but like a little friend of probably like season 16, season 17. Just pop in, just do a few episodes and kind of like pop on back out. You know, I think that would be cute. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. All right, y'all. So listen. Oh, God. Here we go. Is it on? Okay. Good. All right. Oh, girl, what is going on? Why is this happening? Please stop. Listen, I'm not going to worry about this ring light. Okay. So listen, this is according to the neighborhood talk. I don't know if this is good. I mean, I guess this is good. This is good news. This is good news. This is good news. Okay. So yes, with 7 days of I can't see this word. Okay. With 7 days of multi-platform viewing, The Real Housewives of Atlanta's season 16 premiere delivered over 2.5 million total viewers, ranks as the second most watched season premiere of the Housewives franchise in Peacock history. Neighbors get into this. The numbers are in for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the fans are loving it. With 7 days of multi-platform viewing, the season 16 premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta garnered over 2.5 million total viewers. This is on track to match the season 15 premiere. And it's also seeing impressive gains on Peacock with viewership up 18% over, with viewership up 18% season over season. The premiere episode now ranks as the second most watched Housewives season premiere in Peacock history. Girl, can I just say something? I'm not trying to be negative Nancy. But girl, Peacock wasn't even was established, I think it said basically 2020. So girl, it's only been 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to, you know, Atlanta is my baby. So I'm just saying. The premiere, the series continues to rank as one of the top series on cable among Black audiences. We love to see it. Thoughts, neighbors? I mean, girl, this is cute. I remember, you know, the times have changed, but y'all remember the good old days when, girl, like Atlanta on like one episode would pull in 3-4 million viewers? That was one episode. Girl, that's what the girls used to be in their bag, baby. That's what reality TV was, girl. They used to give it to us. So I mean, you know, I know that reality TV across the board has changed, even with the amount of people that watch it. And now we have all these streaming services. You know, it's almost like album sales. You know, back in the day, girl, you would have to go to the store, buy the album, and they would come out and tell you, girl, this is how many albums, this is how many albums they sold. Now they have to take into account, like, I guess the streaming, the albums from, I don't even understand it. You don't even have to try to explain, because I'm still not going to understand it. But now they take into account how many times a person downloads or streams it on Apple, Spotify. I don't know, girl. So it's really not the same thing. So now here we are with reality TV, where they have to take into account the live viewership, and also they take into account the viewership from the streaming apps. But it is what it is. You know, I'm always going to be here for Real Housewives of Atlanta, even when they have seasons that I don't necessarily care for. That's always going to be my baby. Now, can we get into a little bit of mess? Congratulations, ladies. Now, can we get into a little bit of mess? And this is just another reason why I've been trying to tell y'all about y'all homegirl Peach Juice, but y'all don't want to listen to me. So Peach Juice was spotted out with Britt Edie. Now, I don't have issues with Britt. I don't. Right. As far as of right now, she all right. You know, her story got some holes in it, but I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to let the other girls call out Britt, because some of her stories don't be adding up to me, but it is what it is. But the problem that I have with Portia hanging out with Britt is, and let me show these pictures. Let me bring the picture up. Okay, so Portia and Britt are hanging out. Shamia just came out, and this is supposed to be your best friend. Now, I know that as of a few days ago, Portia confirmed that her and Shamia are not as close as they used to be. That doesn't mean they hate each other. That doesn't mean there's not love still there. That doesn't mean they're not friends. That just means that right now we're probably taking a break. You know what I'm saying? Friends do it all the time. I know it's been times where me and my friends, we ain't talking and we come back together like ain't nothing happened. Okay. Okay. Girl, I was mad and she was mad too. So girl, just don't, I'll talk to you later, girl. Right? You just need a few weeks to get it together. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's so low down and dirty. And again, it just kind of goes to show the type of person that Peach Juice is. Because if your best friend has come out and said, and you know these things, that this woman allegedly said something about her child. Now, I will say in Britt's defense, I have noticed, you know, I like to be fair on my channel. Some of the girls don't like it when I look at both sides. But I have noticed that when it comes to people with kids, how sometimes it's not a dig at your child. Sometimes people are not talking about your children. They may be talking about you as a parent. And then I noticed that a lot of times people will kind of switch it up. Like, oh, you talking about my kids? No, she probably called you an ain't shit mama or an ain't shit daddy. But she ain't said nothing about your kids. You know what I'm saying? But I also have to take into account that Shamia is dealing with a very sensitive situation. Her youngest daughter is having, has some health, may still be having health complications. You know, Shamia had a surrogate. The surrogate found out while she was pregnant that she had breast cancer. So they had to take the baby early, which resulted in her baby having some health complications. So I know that that could be whatever Britt did say, if she said anything based off of the situation, it could also be that too. Again, we'll just have to see it once they air it, if they air it. We know that Bravo doesn't like to show the full story sometimes. But even with all that being said, it's kind of like, girl, if my best friend since I've been knowing since middle school got an issue with you, then girl, we ain't really got no beef like that. But girl, I can't really fool with you like that. I know that sounds very, very elementary and juvenile. like, I know I gotta still work with you though. But girl, for us to go out and think we're gonna have cocktails one-on-one in a private setting outside of work, that probably ain't gonna happen. Girl, you talked about my best friend's daughter. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's stuff like that I just don't get. I just don't get. We have to work. But do I have to have some type of relationship with you outside of this show? No. Because at this point, these girls don't be friends anyways. God just met you the other day. Girl, my best friend since I've been on since middle school said you talked about her daughter. And until y'all can work through that, girl, we really can't go out and have cocktails and kiki and laugh and giggle. But that's y'all girl, though. That's y'all girl. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Shout out to all the Porsche fans. I ain't one of them. Just in case you ain't know. I'm Team Twirl. Just the FYI. Oh, yes. Teresa. I don't know if some of you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey. I currently watch. Well, I got into New Jersey like a few seasons ago. Same thing I said about Beverly Hills. I will always stick my head in here and there. I will watch probably a reunion or two, watch an episode or two. Never really knew the storylines. I always knew that Melissa, same thing with Beverly Hills, basically. So Teresa, this is according to people.com. So Teresa Giudice and husband Louis Ruelas, is that how you say his last name? Oh my God, my face itching, sorry. Oh, sorry y'all. Okay, hit with $3 million in tax liens, baby. So Teresa Giudice and Louis Ruelas are several million dollars in tax debt. Ooh, girl. What Karen said, girl, the grand dame, girl, the great Karen, the grand dame of the Potomac, girl, said that girl, in order to make millions, in order to owe millions, you got to make millions. Ain't that what she said? Girl, ain't that what she said? That helper told Robin. Ain't that what she told Robin? I think it was Robin. In order to own millions, you got to make millions. Hey! I'm telling you, that Karen is an ain't shit talker, baby. When I tell that Karen will say some shit. Anyways, so according to records obtained by People, the Real Housewives of New Jersey star and her husband have been hit with over $3 million in tax liens, with Teresa owing over $300,000 and Ruelas owing nearly $2.6 million. This comes 3 months after he was issued another lien for over $160,000. So on top of the $160,000 he owes, he also has been hit with the $2.6 million. Girl, y'all going to jail. Girl, y'all is going to jail. Teresa, you look like it sounds like you're going back to jail. This comes after Ruelas was issued another lien for over $160,000 in December 2024, which the New Jersey court's website shows is still an open case. The reality star who tied the knot with Louis in 2022 previously served an 11-month sentence in prison in 2015 for mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud. She has addressed her incarceration several times, saying the courts wanted to make an example out of her. Girl. I know in my heart I was not supposed to go there. I know I only went because I'm in the public eye, she said in 2022. Listen, I'll shout it out to the world. I signed 2 contracts that Joe was flipping for 2 homes he was buying. Joe is her ex-husband. That's all I did. I knew nothing about what he was doing. I mean, I have nothing to hide. Like, I did my time already, you know? Her ex-husband, Joe Giudice, also spent time behind bars for the same crimes, completing his 41-month sentence in 2019. When he was released, the pair separated after 20 years of marriage, and Joe moved to Italy following a deportation battle. The following year, Teresa met Joe while on vacation on the Jersey Shore. The pair got married and engaged in 2021. And shortly before their wedding, Teresa revealed during an appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen after show that she and Louis were not planning on signing a prenup. I remember, matter of fact, I know I remember. I remember watching that clip and Andy was looking at her like, girl, what? And I think it was somebody else in the audience trying to convince her that she needs to sign a prenup. Anyways, girl, I'll put the link to this article in the description box. Teresa is, listen, it is what it is. I don't know what Louis does for work. I've always tried to figure it out. I think he's a businessman. The girls love to say they men are a businessman. Oh, he's a businessman. What the hell that mean? Kandi Burruss is a businesswoman. But we know where Kandi gets her money from. Kandi got her money from songwriting, writing hit songs, No Scrubs, Bills, 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 There You Go, Looking Pitiful, Girl, a list of songs, right? Kandi's name is on, written and produced. Kandi gets her money from the sex toy industry. Kandi got her money from NBC Universal Bravo as a housewife. Kandi gets her money from the restaurant industry. Kandi gets her money from the movie industry, the movie she's done with Todd. She gets her money from Broadway plays. So we know what Kandi get her money from. Girl. Mauricio Umansky, whatever his name is, Fimo. I almost touched on my titty. Ooh, Mauricio's so fine to me. Anyway, Mauricio, all jokes aside, Mauricio is a real estate agent, but he owns. You see what I'm saying? Well, we know what Mauricio get his money from. When a girl starts saying my man, he's a businessman, and they can't really pinpoint. When people just can't say what they do for work, and I feel like that's Louis, I get real confused. If you just can't say I'm an attorney, I'm a lawyer, I'm a real estate agent, I own a brokerage, I own 5 restaurants, 2 lounges, I own a car dealership, I build homes and flip them. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a hairstylist, I own 5 hair salons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, it's not that hard. Girl, when a girl start going down these roads of it's hard to explain. Just look at it. When Phaedra couldn't explain what Apollo did, and Kandi had to step in and try to explain, basically he's a repo man. I said, "Oh, girl." When Jen Shaw couldn't explain, and I remember, I know y'all remember. I came to her like, "Girl," we was watching the reunion, and I was like, "I don't know what Jen Shaw does for work." They were trying to explain it. I was like, "Girl, I don't know." Girl, scammer. Another scammer. When you cannot say what you do, girl, 1, 2, 3, ABC, my good eye is on you. And that's just what it is. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. Good luck, Teresa, girl. You need it. She's a fool. Teresa is a fool. Girl, you ain't learned your first time dealing with your husband. And from what I understand, he was the real reason why Teresa actually went to jail. I don't think Teresa really did anything wrong. I think Teresa was an idiot. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound mean and upset some of y'all, but I think that it's very, very stupid and idiotic to sign paperwork just because your husband put some shit in front of you. I'm sorry. You need to read everything. You don't know what you signing. I said the same thing about Kyle. Kyle has already said that Mauricio comes home and she just signs paperwork. Girl, you don't even know what you're signing. And then you look up, your ass is in jail, prison for 11 months. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all. Good luck, Teresa.